Hi, you guys. All right, so happy Wednesday. I wanted to make a very quick video about something. I mean, I guess you can call it the law of attraction, but I'm not really like into that. But if you are, cool beans. I want to say to you guys, celebrate early. Celebrate early. What do I mean by that? Don't look at what your situation is. Look at what you want it to be and believe it before you even see it. How did celebrating early happen for me? And this is a real story so that I can give you guys some encouragement, okay? So when I was with my first narcissist, and I'm not talking about my dad, he was the first narcissist I ever met. I'm talking about in a romantic situation. And I was with this guy, okay? It was my first marriage, okay? And we don't need to go into the story about him, but either way, he wasn't present in the home. He had like gone somewhere. He would disappear for like months. He wouldn't just disappear for like a day. This dude would disappear for like a couple of months, okay? And I was like, I was coming to the end of my lease, and I was ending a job that I really didn't like, teaching at a Catholic school for a really shitty nun who was like a mean bitch. Anyway, and I had no idea like where I was going to go. And I had this 3-year-old, my son was 3 at the time, and I was like, I just genuinely don't know what to do. And in my spirit, when you hear about the spirit of discernment, Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it, right, was like, if you want to leave and be successful, pack your stuff as if that's what's already going down. And you know what? Finally, I listened, and I was like, okay, so excuse me, I got hiccups. I don't know why. I went everywhere. I went to grocery stores and everything because I needed moving boxes, right? And I collected all these boxes. I got me some packing tape. I packed everything as if I had somewhere to go. Mind you, didn't have nowhere to go, right? And I not only did that, but I got someone to come and move me, right? Like someone that was gonna, like someone that I know, like a family member, to come with a moving van on a certain day. I had 3 days left out of my lease. And I was like, okay, I don't know where I'm going in these 3 days, but we were like, we're going to find a storage facility and like put this stuff in storage, right? So we had 3 days. Now this is the countdown, okay? So I packed as if I had somewhere to go. And this person came. We packed all of my stuff. My child in tow, okay? So don't be scared if you're a single mom or a single dad or something like that. I did it too. I didn't know what was going on, but I know that I was packing, and I packed everything. And with the intention in my heart that I have a new place to move, even though I know that I didn't like see it. And right on, I had this family member sleeping on my couch in this apartment that I was leaving. 2 days before, now we have 3 days, so let's eliminate a day. 2 days before I had to actually move out, I got a phone call from an apartment complex that I had waited in line for the application 3 years prior. 3 years prior. Now remember these numbers, because in biblical terms, the Bible runs in 1s, 3s, and 7s. 3, the Trinity, 7 days, 40 nights. The Bible numbers are very important in the Bible, just whatever. So, it's not whatever, but you know what I mean. So anyway, so I had waited 3 years prior for an application that I filled out for this apartment, right? And I'm like, they're like, you're finally up, by the way. we finally got to your application. Do you want this apartment? And the apartment turned out to be the efficiency that I eventually moved into. And this is how serendipitous it was. Right on the few days before I had to move, being 2 days before I had to actually move, they approved me for the apartment building that I still live in. And you know what? When I applied for a 1-bedroom, but what they had was an efficiency. Now, was it something I wanted? No, I didn't want an efficiency. I had a 3-year-old. He needed his own room. But do not turn things down. Because had it not been for the grace of God, I wouldn't have even got offered that. So I took it and made the best of it. You transmute that negative and you turn it into a positive. You take it, because me taking that apartment was a whole ass stepping stone to them then giving me the apartment I have now, which is a 2-bedroom, which is like big and amazing and beautiful and awesome. I mean, it's just great. Like, everything about it is amazing. So all I'm saying is, had I not packed as if I knew that I was going to be able to go somewhere, I'm not quite sure that I would have been able to go somewhere. And this is even more how serendipitous it was. The lady who was in the rental office at the time as a property manager, I will never forget her. She was beautiful. She was like, let me show it to you. And so I walked into the apartment. I was like, well, I don't know. It's very small, blah, blah, blah. She said, I'll hold it for you until you decide what you want to do. Now, mind you, where I live, they don't do that. They don't hold anything for anybody. If you don't want it or you don't know what you want to do, they just move on, because everything be ghetto and shit. And they're like, we don't give a fuck about you and your needs. We'll just give it to whoever got the money, right? But this lady was set in place by God to be like, in her heart, I will hold it for you, and you tell me what you want to do. And from her doing that, I said, you know what? I need to take this. And I did, and now everything's amazing. So anyway, I'm not trying to bore you guys. All I'm saying is celebrate early. Celebrate early. I know what you want you have not seen. I know that you wish things would be a different way. I know that, and I'm not talking about things the different way as in you want the narc back. Please don't do that. What I'm talking about is maybe you want to get out of the town that you live in. Maybe you want to get out of the home that you live in. Maybe you need a new job. Maybe you need anything else. Fuck it. Let's go real deep. Let's say you don't have food. Let's say you don't have a partner and you want one. Well, let's go for the first one. If you don't have food, maybe, of course, make moves. I'm not saying don't make no moves. But set things up as if you were about to eat. Just like how I packed those boxes and I didn't know where I was going. And then right before I had to send it somewhere that I didn't want it to go, all my furniture, right? I got this apartment. Like right there, like what we call the 11th hour. That means the last minute. I got it. I got it, you guys. That's only God. If you don't have a partner, maybe sometimes if you want a partner, if you want one, maybe when you eat, set an extra plate. Doesn't mean you have to put food on it, but you can. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if your bed touches the wall, spread it out to the middle of the floor and make equal spaces. You know what I'm saying? Because one day you know that someone else will want to step out of that bed and that will be your partner. Do you know what I'm saying? Feng shui. Get the feng shui together. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is you want, live your life as if it already exists. And it will come. I don't know. I'm tired, to be honest. I have so many cool things to share with you guys. I just scored an art show in a whole nother state, so I've been like busy all day getting that stuff together. But I I have experienced personally one of those miracles where you set things up the way you want them to be, even though you don't see it being like that, and then it happened. I packed those moving boxes with nowhere to go, and within the second day of the 3 days I had left, this apartment space that I have now, hit me up and said, hey, we see your application. And I only had 2 days to go with nowhere to go. But I packed like I knew that I had somewhere to go. That's what I'm saying. Set your intentions, okay? And you act like and live like it already exists. And I love you. And I hope this made sense. I know I'm so tired. It probably was like a rambling on. But anyway, I love you. I'll see you guys in a couple days, okay? All right, bye.